Coming up on the sports desk, an Olympic gold medalist returns home. Bishop Montgomery Knight is balling hard at Nike Nationals. And it's another perfect day to hang 10 with Perfect Day. Plus, you're going to learn the martial art of Naginata. We have all this and so much more. Get ready, Torrance. The sports desk begins right now. Welcome, everyone, to the only sports show designed with the Torrance sports fan in mind. Your dreams are filled. You're rocking with the desk. Now, before we tell you about a golden moment in Seattle, let's have a moment right now regarding social media. Don't forget to show us some love on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share your videos and photos with us. And remember to give us some ideas for future stories. If you know someone who we should feature right here on our show, please tell us, and we'll take it from there. It's as easy as that. Another Torrance native brings home an Olympic gold medal. How cool is that? I'd say very. It was the opportunity of a lifetime for Special Olympian Johnny Pierce, and let's just say he took full advantage of it. Pierce represented his hometown of Torrance, California at the 2018 Special Olympics USA Games in Seattle, Washington. And the whole time he was racking up medals, he was also breaking records like it was going out of style. In other words, it was certainly a Michael Phelps-like performance for this Torrance native. And if you're wondering, how did Johnny rule the pool? Don't worry, Danny Miskell has our answer.
Thanks, AJ. I am here with the Pierce family, and they're still coming down off their high from what an incredible week they had just this past week in Seattle. Johnny got chosen to go to compete in the USA Games, and let me tell you, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and he did not let it go to waste. He walked away with a gold medal and 3 silver medals, but more importantly, this gold medal right here, and if you can go ahead and zoom in on this gold medal right here, is actually the very first gold medal to ever be won for the Special Olympics Southern California team. All made possible by this man right here, Johnny Pierce.
Thank you.
Johnny, can you tell us how you feel to win the gold medal?
200 freestyle and 100 freestyle for silver medal, and 100 iron, 100 iron for silver medals, and 100 relay we got for silver medal.
All right, so these are actually the events he's telling you that he won these medals in. And I'm here with his mom, Irene. Irene, can you just tell us really quick, what was your most favorite moment in Seattle this last week?
Okay, the most favorite moment for me was the sports commentator, and one of them was Rowdy Gaines, who was the 3-time Olympic gold medalist back in the 80s. And he was commentating the race, and they asked him what his favorite race was of the day, and it was between this boy and Johnny. And it was really exciting to hear that.
That is so exciting that they announced your son's race to be his most favorite one to watch. You were like, it was mine too.
Yes.
And then also, this is Tim Pierce, Johnny's dad, and he has been an incredible coach and mentor, obviously, to Johnny, and the biggest reason why he has just been set up for success. Tim, can you just go ahead and tell us how it feels to be standing here with your son, who holds now 21 American records and a gold medal from the Special Olympic Games?
Very proud for him to accomplish what he's done in Special Olympics and in Paralympics. Yeah, it's been wonderful.
Can you just tell us overall what the message here is that you have to share with everyone in Torrance? I mean, he is obviously a role model to all athletes. Can you tell us, there's a powerful message as you and Irene always want to send, what that message is?
Yeah, that if your child has a disability, whatever it is, whether it's physical, intellectual disability, there's no limits. You can, if you work hard and give them the resources, the potential's there. I think that is with everybody, and everybody has a chance to do their best. So I would open every door you can and find out what it is that they do that's best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so now, speaking of opening doors, tell us what's to come next, because this is not it for Johnny. Johnny is going to go and conquer other events in the Olympics, including volleyball, golf. Can you tell us what can we expect next with Johnny Pierce?
In Special Olympics, our season kicks off next month for volleyball and golf, and but he swims all year round, so that's always. But in Special Olympics, we do other sports, and then his big events coming up will be the California Classic Paralympic meet in Yucaipa. That's in September. And then he's going to be competing in Arizona in the U.S. Paralympic Championship.
Amazing.
Yep.
And I even heard Tokyo is on the radar.
In 2020, but we're still working to qualify, so there's still 2 years left. That's our goal.
Well, I have no doubt in my mind that he is going to be there, and we will get to cover that story. We are huge fans of the Pierce family and of Johnny Pierce. Expect more to come, but in the meantime, congratulations, Johnny. We are so proud of you.
Thank you.
Amazing. All right, thank you. And back to you, AJ.
Danny, thanks. I bet you didn't know that Johnny Pierce is also an accomplished artist. And we're going to show you some of his artwork right now. Check this out. This right here is, of course, legendary swimmer Michael Phelps. That's awesome. And nice picture there of dolphins. Wow, great job. That's some good stuff. And by the way, keep up the great work, Johnny. And congrats again on winning gold and silver medals at the USA Games in Seattle. All right, and speaking of records, Kayla Padilla is expected to break a whole bunch of them during her senior season at Bishop Montgomery. The hoop phenom has been spending her summer break traveling the country as a member of the West Coast Premier Team, which competes in the Elite Youth Basketball League. Padilla was balling out at the Nike Nationals in Chicago. Check her out. She's number 11 right here in this video. Recently, through a total of 4 games, the Bishop Montgomery standout averaged over 12 points per game with a 58% field goal percentage. Padilla shot 37% from beyond the arc and dished out 8 assists while committing just 2 turnovers. Not too shabby. Can't wait for her senior season at Bishop, and equally important, which Division I college program she decides to sign with. Should be a lot of fun. El Camino College track and field coach Dean Lofgren has won a bevy, a bastion, a cornucopia, a plethora of awards during his storied career. And you guessed it, he won another one recently. Lofgren won the 2018 California Community College Cross Country and Track Coaches Association Men's Track Coach of the Year Award. That's a mouthful. He earned the hardware after coaching Carson Bix and Jashir Foster to individual state championships last season. Lofgren has been coaching at ECC since 1989, and he's won 6 State Coach of the Year awards and 26 South Coast Conference Coach of the Year awards during his time at El Camino. Wow, all right. Most of us will never win that many awards in our lifetime, and that's okay. But here's one thing we can all do, and for those of us who haven't done it already, it would be join a softball league here in Torrance. If you haven't joined already, this would be a good time to do so. After all, softball is one of those sports that brings everyone together, especially the adult rec leagues. Let's face it, it's one of those sports that pretty much all of us can play, even if you're in your early hundreds. These folks here, of course, are much younger than that. This is a game between the Swingers and TC Roadkill. They compete in the Coed softball league over at Wilson Park. I want you to watch this highlight right here. Check out this catch on the right-hand side of your screen. Nice snag by the center fielder. That's a web gem right there. 6 Coed teams are playing twice a week at Wilson Park. And it's a very good mix of men and women from various age groups and backgrounds. This is a nice base hit right here that you're watching. When you join a league like this one, you're guaranteed to have fun. And that's what attracted Shauna Talixon, who plays for the Roadkill team. She's been playing the game for years now. So too has this guy, Brian Schreiber, who is also from the Roadkill team. And they both agree that softball is a good hang with good people.
I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to come out here with the competition and get a game in during the week, every week.
They actually decided to have not only men's but also Coed leagues for people to come out and play softball. So it's a great way to actually come out here and just have some fun with your friends, and just a great reason to actually come out and just play some softball.
As you can see right here, it's all about the camaraderie. Everyone's smiling, having a good time. This is what softball does, people. It's why it's so darn popular. Now, if you'd like to join a co-ed softball league, and I strongly suggest that you do, you can call the registration office at 310-618-2720 or send them an email at adultsoftball@torranceca.gov. You can also visit the city's adult sports information page by logging on to torranceca.gov/adultsports. And now we've reached the dance portion of this show. You heard correctly. It's time to dance. If you're familiar with salsa dancing, there's a lot of weight shifting going on with your body and plenty of hip movement as well. And as you're about to see, our friends over at the Torrance South Bay YMCA have turned this into a popular exercise class. These ladies are getting their grooves on, but this is more than just getting down and boogieing. What you're watching right now is a great way to lose weight and stay in shape. This is the cardio salsa class, which takes place every week at the Torrance South Bay YMCA. As you can see, it's the perfect combination of a good cardio workout and dancing. Caddy Segovia is the instructor who teaches this class. She says her class is similar to a Zumba class. The only difference is Caddy plays more salsa music, of course, and it does the trick. The benefits are losing weight, increasing energy, and oh yeah, it makes you really happy.
It's like intense cardio activities and help you with tone your muscles. How I say, make you like happy just to hear the music. It's like healing. It's a fun way to lose weight. So they'll help you with distress, with everything that you have in the day. Like if you had a bad day or something like that, you just come and put everything here.
So there you have it. If you're having a bad day, take the YMCA's cardio salsa class and dance your stress away. Why not, right? This certainly looks like a very fun way to exercise, that is for sure. If you'd like to learn more about this salsa cardio class, you can stop by the Torrance South Bay YMCA's Sepulveda Boulevard location, or you can give them a call at 310-325-5885 or visit them online at ymcala.org/Torrance South Bay. All right, we're going to take a quick time out, but whatever you do, don't go anywhere because you won't want to miss this. Coming up next, it's time to send the kids to camp, surf camp that is, and we're going to the D. Hardison to play some dodgeball. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Sports Desk, everyone. Remember to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Share your story ideas, post your photos and videos. We want to hear from you, Torrance. After all, this is your show, so be sure to stay connected. All right, if you're not having a perfect day, maybe it's because you're not going to perfect day, as in the surf camp. After all, the perfect way to learn how to surf is to attend Perfect Day Surf Camp, which is located at Torrance Beach. But don't take my word for it, though. Just listen to some of the kids who are currently attending Perfect Day Surf Camp. They're going to tell us exactly what perfect day means to them. Enjoy.
This got started about 15 years ago, all about teaching kids how to surf, but not just surf, but how to love the beach and the ocean.
It's just a good time. You're with your friends, you're in the water, it's summertime, it's hot. Generally, kids want to be in the water.
This is actually my first time coming to camp, and I absolutely love it here. They taught me how to surf on the first day, and I just have developed a passion for it.
This is my 5th year, and I've done it every summer since. Every day when I come to surf, I always have like this little nervous feeling in my stomach, but I always know that I'm going to get out there and I'm going to catch a ton of waves and do well.
Helping kids surf, one-on-ones, pushing them into waves, and giving them advice on how to get better at surfing.
They were all super nice. They were just like telling me to keep going. Even if I like wiped out and I wanted to give up, they would just tell me to go back out and try to catch another wave. And they were like super supportive and helping me improve.
Once a kid rides their first wave, they're really, really happy, and just seeing happiness on a little kid is really like the best thing to see.
I just felt so free, and it was so much fun exploring on, because like they also do boogie boarding here and like just regular swimming and surfing, and I just absolutely loved it. I felt so free, and it was just amazing.
Getting up on the board and like gliding across, even if I don't do it all the way into the sand, just that feeling of gliding across the water makes me really satisfied.
While we do, focus on surfing, we also just have a lot of fun. We'll sometimes paddle out and build a raft in the ocean when it's small. We see dolphins. We teach the kids life skills based on what they've learned and they've experienced in surfing. So it is more than just surfing. It's about life as well.
It's cool how like the boys and the girls can just like all just play around just together, and it's just amazing.
And like you always want to come back. After a while, it becomes like your second home.
We have a ton of fun. We play dodgeball, we do tug of war, we have sponsors that come out and do surf contests every Friday. We try to make this as awesome as it can be every single day.
Awesome stuff. If you'd like to learn more about the Perfect Day Surf Camp, just give them a call at 310-985-1458 or visit them online at perfectdaysurfcamp.com. Okay, when a bunch of kids start throwing things at each other, they typically get in trouble, right? Such is not the case, however, when those very same kids are playing the game of dodgeball, which is where this type of behavior is actually tolerated and, more importantly, encouraged. Youth dodgeball games are taking place every Saturday over at the D. Hardison Sports Center, and that's where we sent our very own Danny Miskell.
In the real world, you never want to make friends with a dodgy kid. But in this game, it might be a smart idea to team up with the kid who has the best dodging skills. It's the only sport in the world where it's acceptable for you to target your friends and for them to target back at you. Question is, are you fast enough to dodge the ball? School's out for summer, but these fourth graders aren't ready to take a break from playing sports. That's why they're looking forward to these next 8 weeks of dodgeball.
I try to make it fun and interesting. Like, it's not just dodgeball. Like, I try to teach them like the proper way to throw. We do the little drills. Like, it's not straight dodgeball. So like that way it changes it up all the time.
To help the kids get better with their aim, they practice hitting targets to rack up points for their teams. And the coaches even let the kids take their best shots at them. This may be the only time. If and when they get hit, the coaches love it.
Be like seeing the kids like when they make like awesome plays, like that's like one of my favorite in any sports, when like a kid's like, dude, I totally just did that, and like they catch it or like they get someone out. And like to see the parents get really excited too, like the parents get really involved in like cheering for them and stuff. So it's just like a really good environment for them, like positive and everything.
But of course, the one thing the coaches won't tolerate is if the kids get scrappy and the other kids get hurt. They've come up with rules to curb that kind of behavior.
They learn that if they do, they get out. So we try to avoid like headshots or an out, so we don't encourage such things. But here and there, but we all know that comes with like the territory. It's dodgeball. So.
And this isn't the traditional dodgeball where the kids choose their teams. They're constantly being mixed up to keep it fair. What's most important to these kids is what they can prove to themselves.
Well, you kind of boost up your confidence when you, like, if you hit someone or you catch the ball, you like boost up your confidence.
Matthew and a lot of his teammates are coming off the baseball season together, so they love playing dodgeball. It's keeping these boys from getting rusty, because as Matthew explains, they envision how this would play out on the field.
If you go like this and you can throw it straight, which that can help you with like throwing a pitch as pitcher, or like second base to first base, or like left field to second base.
Now on the defensive end, the kids are learning how to dodge hits and catch the balls to win rounds. Samantha Chavez is in the zone, and she highlights how you have to stay super focused.
I have to make sure that I look at the ball, not at the person. So when the ball comes, I gotta move to the other side before it comes to me.
Samantha says it can be intimidating going up against mostly boys, but she knows she's got to represent the girls. So when she's playing with them, she gets
to show boys that girls are better than boys.
She doesn't even go easy on her own twin brother.
It's really cool because we get some girls and the girls come by and like blow out the guys, and like the guys are like, "This is not fair," and I'm like, "Come on, man."
But in the end, it's all friendly competition. The kids just love getting to come out and spend the hour having fun and making new friends.
I like always meeting with my friends and have fun with them. And also, I like the sport. I like just throwing balls at people.
It gives me exercise to move around a lot. Like, I'm tired in the morning, but when I start playing, I get ready and I'm ready. And I really like dodgeball because you get to meet friends and you get to throw a ball and just have fun.
Reporting from the D. Hardison Center, I'm Danny Miskell with the Sports Desk.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. I just couldn't resist. If you'd like to join this youth dodgeball league, stop by the D. Hardison Center on Jefferson Street or simply give them a call at 310-781-7515. Or you can email them at youthsports@torranceca.gov or visit the city's website, torranceca.gov/youthsports. All right, we're going to take another quick time out here on the Sports Desk. Still to come. If you don't know what the art of naginata is, you will now. There's a club right here in Torrance. You won't want to miss this. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Sports Desk, everyone. If you recall, a while back we featured the Torrance Kendo Federation, which was started by former Assemblyman George Nakano. And it just so happens that George's wife, Helen, is responsible for establishing the Naginata Federation right here in Torrance. Talk about a power couple. Now, if you're not familiar with the art of Naginata, it's okay. Danny Miskell visited one of the classes, and she files this report.
Naginata student Shannon Liu says at the time, this class just sounded like a great idea for college credit at El Camino. Well, that was 9 years ago, and this fortunate accident, in her words, turned into a lifestyle and her passion.
These are all friends that I've had now for 9 years, and we hang out together all the time, and we talk about things that, just life in general, and that's something really unique, I think, about this community that no other sport has ever done for me.
Naginata is distinguished by the curved blade on the end of this pole weapon. It was first used by the samurai, but then women in feudal Japan more commonly used naginata to protect their homes. These motions are not just drills. There's history behind what they practice.
If I was putting myself back in feudal Japan, holding this weapon, I think about, why would I want to cut a person a certain way? Why is this exercise that we do still around right now, and how is it useful to me? And then I use this footwork because it's more efficient on the battlefield, and it's that history that really drew me in to say, oh my gosh, this is way different than a sport. It is really an art form.
And there's an element of interpretation. The manners that Naginata instills in its students demonstrates why it is a true art form.
It teaches you poise in any situation, especially when you go into armor and bogu and you learn how to spar and fight with people. Then you learn not to panic, you learn to keep calm in any situation. It teaches you how to be patient. There's a lot of etiquette involved in Japanese naginata, so it's all about honor.
Grace Wu has been practicing for 5 years now. She says naginata has carried over into her day job, where it can sometimes be challenging. She may not be wielding her weapon, but she's definitely asserting the moral code she's been learning.
I work in a very customer-heavy kind of environment, so there's a lot of times where I'll have people yelling at me or just trying to argue with me, and you just sort of when you learn, you just sort of breathe, calm down, look them straight in the eye and be like, no.
Now I'm here with George, and George just explained to me that the class is split up into two parts. The first half, they warm up without the uniform on, and this uniform is called bogu. Now we're in the second half of the class where they're training with the bogu on. So George, can you just explain to us what it is that's going through your head, like strategy-wise, or what is it you're trying to accomplish when you are doing combat drills?
The goal is to make proper technique, proper timing second nature so that when it comes down to it in a Shiai match, you won't need to think about it. It's just automatic.
George also says a deeper spiritual aspect comes into play when you train with a partner. You create a bond. You get a sense for their strengths. You learn the cadence of their spirit and how they fight. It's this kind of mindset that prepares you in all aspects of life.
Yeah, it's really the mentality, because if you have a mindset of complete calm, you're always prepared to react to the unexpected. Then it'll help you in life.
Now that the students have their armor on and they're able to make contact with their weapons, the level of intensity in this class has gone up a notch. The sensei has been instructing the students to really yell with intention, to use their bodies to aim so that they don't miss when striking their opponents. Needless to say, this is the part of the class where the students are really forced to open up and hold nothing back.
Basically, I was polishing their use of their body to cut with. It's very important not just to use your hands when you're attacking. Although Atarashi Naginata is practiced as a sport, its roots are founded in warfare. And so if you have a real blade, if you don't use your body, you can't cut effectively. Yeah. And so the tendency in a sport is to use your hands to try to touch the other person. But what we really emphasize is that you treat it as if it had a live blade, and so it's important to cut with your body. So I was really trying to emphasize that, using their core to cut, not just their hands.
The students are gearing up for national competition in Pennsylvania at the end of this month. And next year, they're headed to Germany. Saxton Sensei emphasizes that he wants his students to go into the matches with the mentality of a fighter. Not just any fighter.
There's two kinds of fighters, athletes and warriors. Athletes just want to get points, and a warrior just wants to crush his opponent. And the psychological advantage is obviously with the warrior, because if I'm playing a game and you're not, that definitely puts things in my advantage in the court.
His wisdom came from none other than the sensei who trained him, the same sensei who trains now this generation of students. Nakano Sensei is revered as the chief instructor of the Southern California Naginata Federation and co-founder of the U.S. Naginata Federation. She is the reason why these students have fallen in love with Naginata.
Nakano Sensei is such a brilliant instructor, and she's so inspiring. It's been very interesting over these couple of years to see not just how I've grown as a mover, but also how I've grown as a person because of Naginata.
Nakano Sensei has definitely, she's almost like a mother to us. The sensei-student relationship is not so much like student-teacher, but a little deeper. And so things that affect us affect our sensei, and vice versa. I've practicing under sensei and learning from her wisdom and her guidance have helped me become a better person, a better father, a better professional, a better man, altogether. And she does that for everybody.
Reporting from the Torrance Naginata Dojo, I'm Danny Miskell with the Sports Desk.
Thank you, Danny. If you'd like to learn more about these Naginata classes, feel free to contact Helen Nakano directly at 310-530-6288 or send her an email at helenmnakano@gmail.com. All right, that does it for this edition of the Sports Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we appreciate your support. My name is AJ Vittone, and I've seen, heard, and said enough for 1 week. We'll continue this conversation again real soon, I promise. Until then, don't forget to follow the Sports Desk on social media. That's all the time we have, sports fans. We'll catch you next time right here on the Sports Desk.